What's going on, guys? Gomer's here on another MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty video. Now, if you guys know me, or maybe you can relate, I've been a avid MLB The Show player for quite so many years. It was 2008 that I popped my simulation baseball. Well, technically, that's not true. I was a wee lad. I was like 4 when I popped my simulation baseball cherry with MLB 2005. Before it, the company before it came to be MLB The Show, 08, 09 is when I started playing the show, and we've had some high points and some low points, no doubt. But the last great MLB The Show game, a lot of us considers MLB The Show 16, which I thought, what's been the best since then, 17 through, well, 21. And honestly, I think this game in particular has a big case. That is MLB The Show 19. I have fond memories of this game right here, and I am hoping that it's going to be as good as I remember. So we're going to take a trip down memory lane, like 2 years ago, so it's pretty fresh in our memories, but I don't remember it too much, damn it. Leave a like if you guys enjoy. Let me know your favorite MLB The Show game since 16, and perhaps we'll play this abomination, this piece of shit, in a future video. Leave a like if you guys enjoy. Let's get into this one. And here we are, MLB The Show 19 in 2022, get real. I don't know if I've touched this game since it died down, since, 20 came out. Let's see what we had here. What's my team looking like, okay? Looks pretty good, looks very silver. If you guys didn't play, you would know it was only Signature Series cards, essentially. That was the only cards worth using, besides a couple finest at the end there. Thank God they introduced different card series, because it's pretty boring, just looking at a sea of white. Yeah, this Willie Mays card, really good. These servers, not so good. Somehow they're, about on par with the MLB The Show 21 servers, but I digress. Wow. Current Willie Mays in MLB 21, the milestone's a bit better, but this was the first year that we saw him in the game, and good lord, did he not disappoint. He was pretty fucking good, if I'm going to use one of my F-bombs right here. Griffey was great. Lou Gehrig, the birthplace of my favorite card in DD existence. Honus Wagner, that was a big surprise. That came out middle of the year. Brand new legend. None of us anticipated it. That was quite cool. I do miss that. This year the legends that we got mid-game were Troy Gloss, Jason Bay, Houston Street. Really blow you away. Get on the edge of your seat for those reviews. But the finest, this is the first year that they introduced it for all teams. We actually voted on finest this year too, which I really enjoyed. They gave us like 3-4 options and we got to vote on it. Pitchers, this is for the year of Kershaw, back when he was one of the best, if not the best pitcher. And then they relegated him to be pretty mid in 2021. Gibson and Seaver, I love this year. Garrett Cole, I think, was pretty good as well. Gossage was great. Andrew Miller was great. I think this is the first year of Trevor Hoffman. I liked him more in 19 than currently. But yeah, tons of cards. Ted Williams, no longer with us. Let's look at the pack store. Let's see if we can siphon off some money to SDS at a dead game. Finest elite packs. I forgot about that. They had the Bellinger, the Bregman, and the Hater. I think those were the 3 elite players. Signature packs. Let's open a couple. We'll get some finest elite, some signature, a whole smorgasbord. If the servers are that slow, I'm not going to want to open too many standard packs here. I don't have all day to record, but, spend stubs on shit that won't matter, shit that won't sell, because nobody's playing. But for content, baby, let's do it. Signature pack. I assume this is the low round. No world one would live in where Ozzie Smith is a good pull. Russell Martin. Just think of all these guys that are no longer in the game. Gone. Gone. Well, he was never in lineup, so theoretically gone. 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 2 of these guys are still in MLB The Show. Okay. All right. Lot of choices here. I think we had all 30. And they certainly weren't as high of overall. 97 finest Tatis. Okay, that's interesting. I want to get a Bellinger. I believe I have him already. This is mid-round, I think. Gleyber Torres getting a finest card. Ooh, no Bellinger. 95 Ohtani. Nice to see the glow up of some of these guys as well. Set 24 headliner pack. I forgot. Very different. I certainly think the current layout for packs is a lot better. Not a fan of this. Not a fan of this pack. Chris Inett as your best cards. Not a good way for this to go. Remember, headliner packs were god-awful this year. Yeah. It's going to be more of the same. We get Tanaka there. It is certainly interesting to see a lot of the players that are no longer in the game. You'll see a lot of those as we go throughout this, but good God, I'm not having too good of a time. The user experience is pretty low opening these packs, and it just looks bland too. It doesn't look exciting. You know, never is a Chaz Rowe pull gonna be grand, or a Chris Davis. It's never gonna make you feel good about yourself, but I don't know. Just the layout, the UI looks shitty. That was a waste of time. Let's look at something interesting, I guess. The XP reward path. This was a brand new concept for this year, and it lasted just 2, MLB 19 and MLB 20. And I personally think they should bring it back. It just added more to the game. It felt like we lost content. I think the main argument that people didn't like is that you were able to get guys like Kershaw out of the gate, that you were able to get Kluber and MLB The Show 20 out of the gate. But I don't know. I think the inning programs this year were just really lackluster. If they had better bosses, obviously now they're, you know, good. Yeah, they're endgame cards. But at the start, they were pretty piss poor. They were rarely top of the end sort of cards that we got in MLB 21, which I thought was a big miss. And, you know, these cards weren't endgame per se. Like, Frank Thomas was a really good hitter, but there was better cards that came out later on. So I thought these cards served a good purpose. They were pretty easy to get early on, especially if you did one of the numerous XP glitches. Team Affinity was terrible. I mean, it's disgusting. It might make me puke here. There's a reason why, well, not because it's the Orioles, but I didn't have any progress here because essentially it was through innings or March to October, a mode that 2 people played all year, maybe a few more to try it out because it was its inception. But the cards were just bad. They had 1 reward all year, and they were hardly good in terms of launch. You know, some of them were decent, some of them literally there was 5+ better options in March by the time the game released. So Team Affinity was terrible, and this wasn't even their first year doing it. I have no idea what they were thinking when they thought of that. The inning programs, I think this was the first year of that as well. And it went over quite well, you know, to the fact that we've had it for the next 2 years. And the bosses were good. I remember 19. I think this is the best year that they did it. You know, the 10th inning program, the finale, we had Trout, Pujols, and Schmidt. This year for the 10th inning program, we have just Pujols. You know, put that into perspective a little bit. And then there was just good cards. I remember the Vlad was good. The Bumgarner, a 98 overall that we got like in April. Ricky Henderson, Verlander, and the Alomar card releasing in the 3rd inning program. The 6th inning program, we got Griffey already instead of, what, November? End of November like we got it this year. Man, 19 certainly is holding up in my eyes. There's a lot of stuff that this game did right. This was the first year of Topps Now, which for MLB 22 might be, what, Fanatics Now or whatever the hell that's going to be called. It's going to be weird not having Topps being the maker of the cards anymore. I'm interested to see how that's going to work. But yeah, we also got more POTM cards. They finally started to be good for once, which was a welcome sight to see. They just did a lot of things. The XP reward path. They had a lot of new legends. Probably the biggest year that I can remember for, you know, quality and quantity of legends. Because we got Griffey, we got Babe Ruth in 17 and 18 respectively. But I don't know if we got really the amount, the stature that we had in MLB 19. Moments was brand new as well. You know, Christ, the more I look, the more I remember how much this game did if you consider how the game plays now. We will hop into a game here. Remember that I do not have Gomer Cove, so we will, I don't know, go to ship it. Let's have a bet in the comment section. How long do you think it's gonna take to find a game here? I'll say 10 minutes. I'll be here for 10 minutes. That was less than 5. I'm gonna be very disappointed. Do not quit. Oh my god. A pitcher roulette wheel. That's disgusting. Here we go. The Orlando GomesDaLegend. Jesus. That puts a sour taste in my mouth. Noah Syndergaard. Fuck. We have Steven Strasburg. What a formidable #1 starter, huh? Oh well, let's see how it goes. Finest Christian. Wow. Oh my god. It's a beach ball. A my 600-pound life-size PCI. And we ground out. Shit. No, we're safe. Too fast for Yelich. All skill, no luck. Is that gone? It sure is! Honus Wagner. I can't tell. Holy shit. He hit... That was a perfect. I think good squared is what became perfect, right? Mean. Good piece of hitting. The fundamentals, Willie. Oh my god, pure analog. Oh, that's not so bad. Can we still dot? Lock the doors. We're coming inside. Well, not too inside. Run the right way, Jesus. I keep bouncing back whether or not I feel this feels old or this feels kind of similar. Because it's pretty different. You know, the fundamentals, the settings are almost all different. Hitting has a new system. Pitching, practically everybody uses pinpoint. It is a very different experience. Oh my god, I miss Ichiro. I miss having him in the game. This is one of my favorite cards. The signature series that came out later on, and then the free one that was in the XP reward path. Better days. Wow, I thought that was gone. That was a weird camera shot. All right, a turn through the card. We have 2 runs. I feel like we should have more. Honus. Oh my god. Why can't you do this shit for me now? I'm terrible with this card in 21. And he's hitting nukes. Back to back. Well, back to back for Honus. High heat. I don't know if Strasburg has it. No, he doesn't. It was high, but the heat was not there. He sent that. Is that 450? I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of refreshing. You know, because it's not so old to where the controls feel archaic, but it also feels like a different game. It doesn't feel like I'm just playing MLB The Show 21, just with, you know, different cards. Man, I'm out in front of everything. I don't know who he is at 2B, but that's like the 3rd ball that he's bobbled. He's having a rough go of things. This guy's doing his best Dan Ugla impression over there. Jackie, good piece of hitting. Wow. Bringer of rain, more like the bringer of tears. This guy's a little mad. GT, oh, a beautiful piece of hitting. Very good PCI, no doubt. Very skillful. Teddy ball game. He's still got Thor. He seems kind of cooked. Left that one hanging. We're gonna be banging. Good lord, finally. Oh, sweet Lou. The Iron Horse, get big into the 2nd deck. The Rogers Center is on fire. It's like a home run derby right now. I'm having a hard time using analog here. I don't know how I use this for so many. And we get a pristine double play. There we go. Who in God's name is playing 2nd base? Oh, Yelich, finally! A big 2-run shot, a moonshot. No doubter. Alright, he had enough. Up to 447. Here comes the World Series push. I'll be honest, that was actually fun. Like, the game didn't feel super laggy. The hitting, you know, makes sense. It doesn't feel too different. The pitching was the major thing that I had trouble with. I think pure analog's a good system. Pinpoint's just better. But shit, I had no idea what I was doing. I made a bunch of bad throws, but it was sure fun. You know, I think about it now. Technically, this is what a lot of our teams still look like, minus probably Donaldson, Realmuto, Jackie, and Yelich. But otherwise, this could be your team right now, which is kind of crazy. But Ted Williams, like I said, no longer in the game. And, you know, we've gotten some new cards since then, but it's been a nice little blast from the past of, like, 2 years ago. I mean, I mostly remember it, but it was still fun to revisit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. What is, again, your favorite MLB The Show game ever? You know, I asked the question earlier, since 16, what's your favorite ever? Because I think 19 is up there. I would say 19 is probably just below 16. I thought this game was great. I thought the content, they did it really well. I don't think we got as much as we did this year, for example, but it still felt fresh. You know, maybe that's just because 18 was the predecessor, but I enjoyed this. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like down below, and perhaps we'll come back for, you know, the devil, as we spoke of it a few seconds ago, MLB The Show 18. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There, guys, thumbs out. Yeet.